especially at the beginning, like President Pumariega mentioned, I had to overcome the language barrier. And that was the largest one. I had an idea of a little bit, of technical English for a few things here and there, but you really have to get conversational. I really understood that to be able to advance, I had to conquer the language. And after that, I started obtaining different certifications for different technologies. If there was a certification for something that I was working with, I would take the test. I would study for it, I would get certified, and I would go on to the next, on to the next, on to the next, to the point of I ended up getting, I think, over 20, 30 certifications in different technologies, just to be able to get to the next level. The barrier for many people is the equitable access to the opportunity to have those high-tech, lucrative jobs. You find that especially in the poorer communities across the country, you see that many times they don't have access to the computer science classes early on that are super important to create that vocation for people and for kids to move forward into high school and then to be interested in these fields. And this is true for all kinds of minorities, especially Hispanics. We only hold 7% of the tech jobs. And in tech leadership, it's even worse. We only have about 4% of tech leadership jobs. And then when it comes to venture capitalists, when it comes to board members, when it comes to startup founders, we're only in the 2% range. So there's a lot of work that needs to be done, especially when it comes to women, Latinx, founders that are below 1%, not only in companies created, but also in access to capital, access to funding, and access to many of these resources. So it's not just about learning the trades, but it's also about learning the ecosystem and be able to surpass our culture to understand how things work here. Because as Hispanics, as Latinos, it's hard for us to go get a loan to start a company. I mean, what is that? What do you mean? You're gonna ask money from somebody, and all these things that are normal for somebody that grows up in this country. And when it comes to the Silicon Valley and the tech ecosystem, it's normal for people to understand that there are gonna be other people involved in the company that they might be giving you funding to be able to clear the initial barriers. But if we don't understand those principles and how they work, it's very hard for us to get there. So there's definitely a lot of work that needs to be done.